مرحبا جميعا. Welcome everyone. I hope you are in good health. أتمنى أن تكونوا بصحة جيدة. This is what it means in Arabic. And I'm so glad to have you here again, you guys. In this lesson, we're going to take together new vowels in Arabic.
Arabic Sahel.
But before we do that, and as usual, let's revise what we've taken until now. I don't think you guys still have any problem with the letters we've taken so far. So what I want from you now is to read some words in this section that will follow this one and try to remember the rules of reading and the letters and the sounds we've taken until now. Let's go.
يزرع يزرع يصبر يصبر بطاطا بطاطا يغيظ يغيظ.
Okay, so I've got a question for you. Do you know when we use a and an in English? Well, that's right. We use these articles before a noun in English to identify that the noun we're talking about is singular and indefinite. For example, a boy, a girl, an apple, etc. If we say a boy in English, that means we're talking about any boy and not a specific one. And same goes in Arabic. If you want to mention an indefinite, singular, or plural noun, we have to add tanween at the end of the noun. And what do I mean by tanween? An, un, in. Fathatan, an, dammatan, un, and kasratan, in. And note here that fathatan always come with an alif. Alif after it. And why is that? Well, let's keep that for the grammar rules. In this course, you have to focus only on reading and writing. And if you are interested and you want to develop yourself more in Arabic, go to my Arabic grammar course that include grammar rules such as these and many more that will help you speak Arabic easily. It will be the first step in your way of speaking Arabic. So for now, let's focus on reading and writing Arabic. And let's continue with Tanween. Yeah, so as we've said before, Tanween are Fathatan, an, dammatan, un, and kasratan, in. Okay, so you have to know 2 rules about Tanween in Arabic. The first rule is that Tanween is always placed at the last letter of a word, means at the end of a word. You cannot place Tanween in the middle nor at the beginning. Don't do that, you guys. This is so wrong, okay? Now, rule number two, you have to know that Tanween can be placed in Arabic for singular nouns and plural nouns, but not for dual nouns. Well, we have some exceptions for plural nouns, but we're not going to discuss that now. We're going to discuss it in the grammar course. So, as I've told you, if you're interested, join me there. Okay, so let's try now to combine the letters we've taken so far with the new vowels that we've just taken now.
بن 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 تن 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 ثن 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 نن 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 دن 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 ذن 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 رن 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 زن 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 سن 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 شن 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 عن 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 غن 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 صن 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 ضن 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 طن 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 ظن ظن ظن.
Okay, guys, so what you have to know is that in Arabic, when you mention a word and your word is a noun and it's not placed in a full sentence, you have to put tanween al-dam at the end of it. Why is that? It's for grammar rules. Just memorize it. So, for example, if you're expressing what you see in this picture, you can tell me it's a girl, Diala. So that's right. And in Arabic, a girl is bint. But because here we're mentioning a word which is a noun and not placed in a full sentence, we have to put tanween dam on it, which is on. So it becomes binton. And we don't place tanween al-fatih, which is fathatan, an. And we don't place tanween al-kasr, which is kasratan, in. That doesn't mean that bint cannot have tanween al-fatih or tanween al-kasr. But this is not applied when you're mentioning bint as a singular word, not in a full sentence, okay? And it's a noun. It's not applied here. You always put tanween al-dam. And I know you're going to ask me that, Diala, when do I put tanween al-fatih and tanween al-kasr? But these are grammar questions, and we'll discuss them in the grammar course, okay? So don't put tanween al-fatih nor tanween al-kasr on the word you're mentioning in Arabic, which is a noun, okay? Okay, guys, so now you know that all the nouns you've taken so far in the previous videos should have tanween dam at the end of them. For example, we don't say bardu, we say bardun. And we don't say ainabu, we say ainabun. Okay, and so on. So just memorize that all the letters, all the nouns, that you have memorized until now should have tanween al-dam at the end of them. Although you might see some Arabian people saying ainab. Okay, they don't obey the grammar rules, but this is the correct way to pronounce Arabic. It's ainabun, not ainabu, nor ainab. Okay? Okay, so now let's try to write some words in Arabic which have tanween on them to practice the sounds and the letters.
Okay, guys, so now you're going to write with me 4 words in Arabic, and all these 4 words in Arabic are going to be nouns. And as we've said before, all nouns in Arabic should have tanween al-dam at the last letter in them if they are expressed without being put in a sentence. But today I'm going to disobey this rule because I want you to practice how to write tanween al-fatih and tanween al-kasr with me. But remember, it's not the correct way to write nouns in Arabic. Okay, you have to put tanween al-dam and not tanween al-fatih nor al-kasr. Okay, let's start. We'll start with the word sursurun, and it means cockroach. Let's start. We hear sur, which is heavy. Sur. Okay, and that means it's sad at the beginning with dhamma followed by ra. And see, you have to remember, guys, that every time you want to write a word with ra in it, you have to just write the preceding letters above the line a little bit in order for your handwriting to be a good handwriting. Ra should rest on the line. Okay, sur, su, which is also sad with u sound, which is waw, and run, sur, surun. Try to write with me in order to practice writing in a good handwriting and obeying the handwriting rules in Arabic. Okay, so this is sur, surun. See, we placed tanween al-dam at the end, and I'm gonna write it again. It's circle. Okay, you go down like this, you raise a line like this, and then you place it like this. This is on. Okay, now I'll explain a little bit how to write صاد ضاد طاء and ضاء. And you have to know, guys, that صاد ضاد طاء and ضاء should be written in this way. You go up a curve in this way. Let your curve be directed in this way. Okay, sur, you come in a curve down like this, and you go straight like this. Okay, this is the head of صاد ضاد طاء and ضاء. If you want to write صا, you write a little sin like here, and if you want to write ضاد, you place a point, and if you want to place a tall stick on the head, it becomes طاء. With a point, it becomes ضا. So again, we go up in this way, and we go down in a half a circle, semicircle, and then we go straight like this, and then you place sin with dot, or tall stick with a dot. Okay, now let's try to write طنين. Again, طنين is the sound of the B in Arabic, but as you know, we have to place Tanween الضم on it because it's a noun expressed alone. But here I'm gonna disobey the rule in order to practice Tanween الكسر. So let's start with طاء. We write طا. As usual, we go up in a curve in this way, semicircle, and a straight line. Okay, you go 1, 2, 3. Is that clear? And you place the tall stick. طا. Na, like this. Ni means ya. And you go noon at the end. And see, because I have noon here, I wrote the previous letters above the line. Okay, so we have طني, nin. Although I listen to the sound n at the end, but here I don't place n. Don't be fooled by this thing in Arabic. It's Tanween and not noon. Okay, so you have to place in at the end. And remember, every time you're writing a noun in Arabic, it has to end with Tanween. Okay, there's an exception to this rule, but we're going to discuss it in the coming videos. Now, let's try to write بيضاً. And بيض in Arabic is eggs. Okay, it is different than the word بيض. بيض, it's not like بيض. بيض means the whiteness of, and بيض means the eggs. Okay, so بيضاً. We start with bay, ba, and ba. See, it sounds ba because it has a heavy sound in it. So it's ba with fatha and ya with sukoon. It gives bay and then dan. So again, you go up in this way, semicircle, straight line. Don't let the straight line be attached to the hand of sa or da or ta or da. And here we're writing da, so we go straight, okay, and above its hand, like two parallel lines, okay, and then we place the sin, the point, the dot, and then we go up for aleph. And why am I writing aleph here? It's because I want to place n, which is Tanween al-Fatih. And as I've said before, n is always followed by an aleph after it. Okay, they come together. When we want to put Tanween Fatih, you have to place aleph after it. Okay, and as I've said before, there's an exception to this, but I'm going to discuss it in the coming videos. So now let's write نظر. Okay, we start with na, and listen to na, it sounds na. Why is that? Because the word has a heavy sound in it, so it's an indication for you that you have to write either sad or dad or ta or the. And here, because I listen to the sound the, that means it is the. Okay, so you start with na. And why did I write noon above the line? It's because the word has the sound r in it, which means you have to write it above the line in order to have a good handwriting. So you start with n and then v, and as usual, you go up, semicircle, straight line like this. You place the stick, okay? You place the point and then you write run. Na, va, run. Even if you hear n at the end, it's not noon because this is a noun and we have to place tanween at the end of it. So the thing that's giving the sound n at the end, it's tanween and not the letter noon. Okay?
Okay, guys, so we've reached the end of this video. I'm so glad and so happy to reach this stage with you so far. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of your hard work. And I promise you that the next part is going to be much more easier than what you've taken until now. You've already finished the difficult part in Arabic. Now things will seem much easier to you. I promise you that. So don't give up. Keep up the good work. Keep on practicing. And don't forget to solve the worksheets and to revise the letters and the vowels that we have taken until now. Okay, so I'll see you in lesson 6 and good luck. وداعاً.
Arabic Sahel.